The majority of our annual budget supports our partnership with Boston Public Health Commission's Homeless Services and the emergency shelters, Woods Mullen for Women and Southampton for Men. This partnership is the very reason we were created 39 years ago. Today, the partnership continues with housing startup support and also front door triage, which provides an instant connection for those arriving in shelter for the first time to wraparound services and to acute care. Questions like, are you a veteran? Do you need access to medication? Do you have family looking for you? All of these questions contribute to a plan of care that can make the shelter stay shorter, mitigating existing trauma. Also, serving ourselves, the workforce development program for those in shelter with 6-month job training and career support. The majority of graduates have jobs in culinary or cleaning fields when they graduate. If you follow us on social media, and if you're not, you should be. You saw us recently at a Red Sox game accompanying shelter guests from the Serving Ourselves program. And this brings us to the more opaque piece of the puzzle that Friends provides. We know that a safe place to sleep is just the start. The additional support we provide is the joy and connection which has been robbed from those among us who've lost everything. In addition to housing startup and career startup, a Red Sox game, a fashion show, flowers for Mother's Day for those estranged from their children, spring plantings at the shelter courtyards, karaoke on holidays, and a regular group of volunteers at meal servings. We seek dignity through parity, celebrations in the everyday things that most of us take for granted. Friends, along with others such as UCC Medfield and Boston Faith and Justice, are present in the shelters on a regular basis to share in that connectivity, where everybody deserves joy and celebration in their lives. Our goal is that this permeates and spreads, giving hope and perspective to those in need, but also to the helpers, to the staff, many of them with us today at the shelters who do so much with so little. We see you. On New Year's Day this year, my family and I were at Woods Mullen Shelter for Karaoke, and a guest told my husband, any interaction with the outside world means so much. My board members know how much I love data, to share how we are making an impact, but a lot of what we do is somewhat immeasurable. Yes, this year, Friends had their first foray into food support with over $14,000 provided in need during the SNAP shutdown. Yes, we responded to growing needs for families and have supported youth and families with over 15% of our housing startup budget. Yes, we continue to support veterans with 5% of our budget, even though bipartisan support exists there. Yes, we're currently in talks to sponsor a pilot of dedicated dormitory space at Southampton Shelter for those who live in the shelter, but yet go out to work every single day. Who's to say, though, that our small contribution of caps and gowns for the Serving Ourselves graduation celebration didn't have a real impact on the person who should be very proud of their accomplishment completing a program, but also on the family members present or on children present that might see their parent in a cap and gown and think, I can do that too. There aren't many organizations like Friends across the US. We only have to look at Los Angeles and see the difference an organization like ours can make. We should be proud to be here in Massachusetts and in Boston, where there is a safety net, public shelters open to all who need it. I'm proud to be part of this organization, and all of you should be proud as well to support us. But we fill in so many gaps. If not for Friends, as our founder says, I'm not sure who would step in. We're preparing with our partners to continue to support what could be a tidal wave of newly homeless people. These are people that were previously housed who might become homeless again due to changes from the federal government. I'm asking for help today with the essentials, the tangible, the beds, the security deposits, but I'm also asking for the lifelines you might not see. There are so many private shelters and day shelters doing amazing, great work here in Boston. but the public shelters take everybody, and the guests whose needs are most acute. The dining rooms in those city shelters become day shelters every single day. They're a safe place for many with nowhere else to go. And this is why, this summer, a trip to the MFA for the women in shelter, the Domino's King series of tournaments for the men, bowling trips, sports games, more karaoke and gardens, these taken for granted things that the outside world has unlimited access to. This is why it's necessary, why it's important to have compassion, why it's important to connect, why it's important to lead by example in these times when so many no longer care about people in need. We have moved so far away from the culture of kindness these last few years. You can change that. You can make things happen with your donation today. The majority in this room have had safety and stability in their lives, so please consider paying it forward, because a safe place to sleep is just a start. Thank you.